looking pretty shiny. I just popped on some lip gloss because I was like, I don't want to look super dead. I popped on this stuff here. I don't even know what this is. I can't read it. Model Company. Never heard of it. I don't know. Customer gave it to me. So it was what I had on hand, so I put it on because I didn't want to look too washed out. Good morning. It is just about 9 o'clock on Monday the 23rd. Oh my gosh, September is almost over already. It's almost my birthday. My birthday is in 4 days. I'll be 33. I just keep getting older. Okay, let me stop being dumb. I don't know. Stop trying to make jokes and be funny. I apologize for anything you can see behind me. I'm actually a little bit different of a setup, as you can see. I'm not holding my hand. Sorry, I keep wanting to look at myself. I'm not holding my phone in my hands today, which is a miracle. I decided to sit on the floor, and I have you propped up on a big thing of paper towels that's just been chilling by my door since I bought it. And so I said, hey, that's perfect. Lighting is relatively good, so I'm just rolling with it. Today I think is going to be a pretty good day. I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood. But I only have one house today, and I don't have to be there till at least 10 o'clock, and it's only probably about 15 minutes away. It's really local. And it's a regular, and so I know, what I'm getting into. I know how to clean the house very well, so, and then I only just have the one house, and then I can come home, so I'm like, like I've said before, it kind of, of course it sucks money-wise. You'd rather work more hours, but I work so dang much that whenever I'm off before, like, 4 in the afternoon, I'm like, this is amazing. That cricket's annoying. Can you hear that? I think my front door is right there. I think he's right outside my door. I try to get my chunky, he's all the way over here. Again, sorry for the mess. I try to get my chunky boy, Chunk. Chunky boy. Come here. Wanna come here? Wanna say hi? Wanna come here? Oh no, he totally snubbed me. He walked back towards the door. He probably thinks somebody's here. Is somebody here? Nobody's here, bud. I'm sorry. Nobody's come to visit you. Chunk. You come here? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You gonna get a toy? This dog is so darn spoiled. I wanted them to see you. He's so cute. He's an American bully. So we're like, he's gotta be mostly American bully if he is mixed, because Chunk, come here. Come say hi. Because his oh gosh. He likes to something just fell. He likes to, that was my other thing that I had you sitting on. He gets really super excited when he goes to give kisses, and he actually kind of can like nip your face a little bit. But yeah, he's an American bully, so he's like super short and stumpy and cute. And but his face is a little bit, like you can see his snout is a little bit more elongated, so I'm not sure if he's mixed with like a traditional pit bull, or not sure. He's our adopted boy. Yeah, he weighs 98 pounds last time we weighed him. He's actually getting a little too hefty, so we cut back his food a little bit. But anyway, that was fun. That was my chunky boy. Hold on one second. Let me pause this and get back set up, and then yeah, I'll be back. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Definitely not anything to do with weight loss, but I've been wanting you to see my dog forever because he's just so cute. Anyway, he's right there. Chug chug. He keeps going to the door. He thinks somebody's here. Anyway, so I have a little bit of time this morning, so I thought I wanted to do an update, but then I was feeling lazy as usual, so I was like, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to have time. But then when my manager told me I didn't have to be at my first house, my first and only house, until between 10 and 11, I was like, yes, I have a little bit of time, and I can record and do a little update, and I'm like, don't look at my messy house. I'm a mess. I'm just kind of a messy person. I'm kind of a messy person. I'm kind of a lazy person. And these are two things that have taken me a lifetime to really admit to myself. And it's just part of why I hate myself, because I am naturally more of the like bump on a log, couch potato type of person. So working on changing that aspect in all of the areas of my life, when it comes to around the house, or when it comes to work, or when it comes to eating and exercising and trying to lose weight. And so last week I was doing okay. I started out the week doing pretty okay. It fell apart during the end. Actually on, sorry the lighting keeps changing, but it's the sun. I can't help it. Last week I started out doing really well, and I kind of fell off towards the end of the week. Again, it's the same thing I say every single time. I have good intentions, but I don't follow through. I'm not prepared. So I was doing like smoothies and salads every day, but then, once I started to run out of things to make, run out of ingredients, and I didn't have time to go shopping, or I just wanted to run to the drugstore, so I had to substitute for something else. So like by the end of the week, instead of having a salad, I was going back to just having like a sandwich and chips and like yogurt and a fruit cup and just like random things, like a random like school lunch, I guess you could say. And I was like, well, it's better than binging, or it's better than going to fast food. Friday night, however, my husband asked me to pick something up. That's always how it starts, is my husband's like, oh, can you pick this up on the way home? Oh, yeah, I had to get dinner. Who did I have? Yeah. Did we have, sorry, I'm just like, now, I can barely remember what happened, even last week, so, like, I really have to think about it. Friday, I'm pretty sure, is when, or was it Saturday, when I stopped? I don't know. One of the days I had to stop, and for some reason, I had to stop. My husband needed something, and I was like, I'm getting junk. Oh, that's right. He asked me to get him a couple drinks because he makes tea for himself, a big 2-gallon jug of iced tea, but he was out and he didn't make any, and it takes like all day to make it because it's a huge pot, and and it has to sit, basically sits overnight, and then before it's good to go. Anyway, so he didn't make his tea, so he asked me to stop by the store to pick him up something to drink. And while I was there, I was like consciously making the decision, like, I'm going to binge. I'm going to buy what I want, a bunch of junk. I don't care. I want what I want and I'm going to eat it, because I knew the next day, Saturday, was going to be a really long day. I was going to be miserable, and it was my reward for going through that, because I had my choruses yearly yard sale in the morning, which I usually like to go and help out with, but because I had to work at 10 o'clock, I could only go to help set up. So I was there at 6:30 in the morning after not really sleeping. Getting there at 6:30 in the morning, and helping to set up, carrying tables back and forth, which was a workout. Because we do it in the church parking lot, so we use the tables that they have in in one of the rooms in the church, and we carry them outside. And that was a workout for my back, like my arms and like my back and my core for sure. And then, so I did that, and then I left and I went and got McDonald's. Because again, I was like, I don't care, I'm hungry, I didn't eat anything today, I need something to eat, I need some coffee. So I went to McDonald's, I got a steak, egg, and cheese bagel, and a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle, and a medium iced coffee with vanilla. And so I had that, and then I went to work. And then I didn't eat again. Oh, well, I had my usual customer, and then I was doing her neighbor after. And when I went to her neighbor's house, she insisted that I eat something, because some customers are like that. Like, they're like, you haven't eaten all day, you need to eat something. So she made me a little sandwich, just ham and Swiss cheese on rye bread, which is funny because I never used to like Swiss cheese, and I'm starting to kind of like Swiss cheese, especially when it's like mixed with, like when it's on a sandwich like that. You don't taste like it always had that bite when I was a kid. Like it had the, like, almost like a bitter taste to it, but I don't know, it was really good. So I had that, I had a Reese's cup, and I had some Diet Coke, well, like Coke Zero, whatever. So I had that, and then when I came home, I stopped by the store again because I didn't have anything to make for dinner. So I just got a couple cans of Progressive soup, and we had sandwiches, and I had chicken corn chowder, which is kind of gross. I don't know why I chose that soup. I haven't had it since I was a kid, and I was like, well, let me try this again. I was like, I'm not a corn fan, like, especially in soup. I don't know. So yeah, I kind of ate kind of junky towards the end of the week and over the weekend, and it was to compensate for feeling overwhelmed and feeling like I was working so much, and I just wanted a break, and I just wanted to feel comforted and feel happy and relaxed, and I do that with food, and it's still something that I struggle with all the time. Sunday I went with my mom down to a popular farmer's market around here, and got some plants. Got 6 mums, which I'm excited for when they start to bloom, because they look like they're going to be really beautiful. And I got some pansies just to throw in my window box because they had some really pretty fall colors. I want like the whole front of my house to be like fall colors, like oranges, reds, yellows, flowers everywhere. So I got oh, excuse me. Something just got caught in my throat. I got 6 full mums, like bigger mums. I got 4 small mums. I got pansies. I got decorative, like ornamental peppers, which I'm really excited about. I love those. They're like little, if you've never seen them before, they're like little multicolored chili peppers, and they just, you kind of put them with the flowers, and it just makes, it's just something, it adds another element, a different texture, different colors. So I got some of those. We got some stuff to put in the back of my house. So it was, it was a lot of walking around. It's a pretty big place, and it was really hot yesterday. And then we went to they also have, a little market where you can buy food and produce and stuff like that. So we went there. I got just a couple of things, not a whole lot. And then stopped by the regular grocery store to get the stuff that they didn't have. So I got stuff so I could make my smoothies again, and so I could make my salads. Which today, I did make a salad for today. I think I'm just going to leave it here and just eat it when I get home, because it doesn't make sense to, since I only have the one house, like, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, so I did buy things for smoothies and salads, so I'm going to try, again, I'm enjoying them. So as long as I have the stuff to make them, and I make sure I make time to be able to make them, I think I'll be in a good position to be able to keep up with that. I did tweak my smoothie method a little bit, because I was going by recipes, like really super healthy recipes, and I just wasn't enjoying them as much as like a more traditional, like, sweeter smoothie, if that makes sense. Like, they were really healthy, low sugar, no added anything, all just like fruits and vegetables, no additives to it at all. And it was like, I'm not going to stick with this, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not enjoying it, and therefore I'm probably going to, like, it just needed to be a little bit sweeter and a little bit more like a smoothie, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it. Like, just a little bit thicker, a little bit smoother, a little bit creamier, a little bit sweeter. And I felt like if I just boosted it up a little bit, flavor-wise, that I would enjoy it much more. And I was right. So today, I just decided to follow or just do my own thing, which was like a nice handful of spinach, a cup of frozen berries, one frozen banana, which that's something, like, none of the recipes use banana because it's higher in sugar. Fruit, it's higher in sugar. So I decided to add the banana to see if that would help increase the sweetness a little bit and make it a little bit yummier, and it definitely did, because I was like, how can I make this sweeter without being too, I'm not going to add sugar into it. I know at the end of the day, sugar is sugar, but there's a difference between, at least in my mind, between adding a banana to get extra sweetness and adding, a couple teaspoons of just table sugar to it. Like, I was hoping that the banana would do it, or maybe if the banana didn't do it, then maybe another sweeter fruit, like mango or pineapple, or doing a little bit of fruit juice, which I really didn't want to do that, but I thought that might be another way to make it a little sweeter. But I have a bunch of frozen bananas, so I just threw in a frozen banana today, and it worked perfectly. It was just the right amount of sweetness, without feeling like it was overly packed with sugar. So I did, again, a cup of spinach, not a cup, I didn't mean to say a cup, but like, I don't know, a nice handful of spinach, the frozen berries, a frozen banana, a cup of almond milk, which my other recipes usually just use water. So it was very like watery, which I don't mind a watery or like a more juice like smoothie. But again, I was just feeling like it wasn't cutting it for me. So I was like, well, let me try almond milk, like 1 cup almond milk and 1 cup water. And the almond milk I use is the one all the stay-at-home moms like here on YouTube, the Khalifa or something like that. The unsweetened almond milk, and so it's only like, it's only like 35 calories a cup or something like that. So I do a cup of that, a cup of water, and I added in a tablespoon each of chia seeds and hemp seeds. And was there anything else? Oh, and the other thing I added, which was a little bit different, was a spoonful, just like a tablespoon of almond butter. All natural, unsweetened almond butter, because I felt, again, it needed to be creamier. It needed to have a little bit of fat in there to like really make me feel good about what I was eating. So I blended that all up, and it was perfect. It was just sweet enough, just fruity enough, just smooth and creamy enough. You could, taste, I like the taste of almond butter, so like you could taste the kind of nutty flavor with the almond butter, and it goes really well with the banana, and it was perfect. And as soon as I started drinking it, I could feel a different, and I don't know if it was like a placebo effect or something, but as soon as I started drinking it, I just felt really good. I felt satisfied. I felt like it was satisfying my hunger and satisfying what my body needed at that time. And so I was like, this is good. I think this is going to be good. So I think I'm going to stick with that for breakfast. And then I made my salad for lunch. Give me 1 second. My feet are starting to fall asleep. Let's see if I can move you without. Sorry. Oh yeah, these are gonna hurt really, really, really bad. Oh man. I don't know if it's a side effect from being fat. I don't know. Like, this is something has happened since I was a kid, pretty much. But I don't remember it being as bad when I was a kid as it is as an adult. But I cannot, if I sit on the ground, sorry. Crunch it or like this a little bit. If I sit on the ground for any length of time, my legs will go completely numb. So, my chunky boy is stretching. So I think I'm going to wrap this up because this is awkward, and my legs are going to be hurting really bad here in a minute. So I just wanted to tell you that I'm going to try to keep up with the smoothies now that I found a recipe that works well for me. And my salads have just been a spinach base. Last week I was doing cucumber. This week I kind of completely forgot about getting cucumber, so it's just spinach. And then I do a 1/4 cup of dried cranberries and a 1/4 cup of like some kind of nuts. Last week it was almond slivers. This week it's only Monday. I haven't even eaten it yet. This week, or today, I decided to do pecans. So it's a 1/4 cup of chopped pecans and a 1/4 cup of dried raisins, and then 1 can of chicken. I'm doing canned chicken right now for the convenience of it, for just being able to pop it open and throw it in the salad after draining it, of course. I know it's probably not the best thing, and even when I was assembling my salad today, I'm like, it probably would be so much better just to saute up or even just pop in the steamer a chicken breast and just cut it up instead of doing the canned chicken. But I'm sticking with the canned chicken for now. Oh, and then I make a homemade dressing, which is 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar. I use the Bragg's, the good one, the unfiltered, raw, whatever, apple cider vinegar. And a tablespoon of Dijon mustard and a teaspoon of honey. And that's it. And yeah, and then the chicken, the cranberries, and yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, but the cranberries have sugar in it. But I'm like, you know what? I feel like it's still, even though the cranberries do have a little bit of sugar in it, and then, well, I shouldn't say a little bit, they probably have a lot of sugar. And the dressing has a teaspoon of honey in it. But again, if it's not, it's really satisfying and it tastes really good. So if it's good and I'm liking it, then I'm more likely to eat it and instead of throwing it away and just going to McDonald's. So I'm just doing what I can to try to stick to something. And now, right before I go, the last thing I want to say is I did step on the scale today and I weighed in at 243.2, which is down 0.8, I think. Yeah, it was 244 on the dot last time. So I almost lost a full pound this week, which I know is like nothing, but at the same time, for as bad as I was eating, I'm really shocked and surprised that it went down at all. I was expecting to step on the scale today and see 250. I really, really was. I thought I was like, that's it, I gained all the weight back. But no, I went down a little bit, so the couple of long days that I had this week probably really helped with that. And yeah, so hopefully this week, if I stick to my smoothies and my salads and just eating, whatever for dinner, hopefully I'll just keep going downward. And yeah, I'll be happy with that. Anyway, thanks for watching this really weird, rambly, and boring video. Hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye!